thank you. I gotta admit, I don't like your forecast. It's going to be hot, and then you saw the thunderstorms, so maybe a good idea would be to head to the movies, which is
always
why...
a good idea.
Yes, exactly. Our friend Josh Bell joining us this midday to talk about some movies that are coming out this week, some big movies, highly anticipated. We've got Magic Mike and then The Terminator. I'll let you start with Magic Mike XXL.
XXL, yeah, it's the second movie, the sequel to sort of the surprise hit, Magic Mike, about male strippers, starring Channing Tatum, which was a smaller film that really blew up a few years ago, and so now there's a lot of anticipation for this new one. A few of the stars not returning. Matthew McConaughey, who was a big part of the appeal, I think, of the first one, is not around here, as well as a couple of the supporting characters. But Channing Tatum is back, taking off his clothes, dancing, and that's pretty much all there is to this movie. I think the first one of the strong things about it was that it actually did have a story. In addition to the entertaining dance scenes, there was some complexity to the characters, some interesting ideas about the world of stripping, and this movie is basically just a disconnected series of set pieces featuring guys taking their clothes off.
Oh, so it's just basically an excuse to have Channing Tatum with his shirt off.
Pretty much. Channing Tatum, Joe Manganiello, the other stars, and it's really pandering to the audience that went to see that first movie just for that. I think it's not a well-constructed film. It's not a good movie. If all you're looking for is naked dudes, though, you'll get that.
All right, there you heard it, ladies. So if that's what you're looking for, you'll have a great time. As for another big movie is The Terminator, and we have a minute to talk about this one. It's The Terminator Genisys.
Yeah, it's the fifth movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger returns as the Terminator, and I think, like Magic Mike, this is really pandering to its audience. It kind of rehashes events from the first Terminator movie to remind you why you liked that movie without really doing anything of its own. Its own storytelling is pretty muddled and confusing and convoluted, and Schwarzenegger is cool to see again, but otherwise it's not much of a movie.
Yeah, when we play this trailer for our viewers at home, you see Schwarzenegger in several clips. It doesn't look like he's necessarily the main. Is he the main character in this once again? Well,
I mean, I think like before, the Terminator kind of exists to support really the main characters.
Right.
Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones plays Sarah Connor, taking over from Linda Hamilton, and Jay Courtney plays Kyle Reese. So characters that have been in the previous movies, played by new actors, and Schwarzenegger, of course, is getting a little old, but they kind of write around that for the Terminator. So he is in it a lot, although he wasn't, I wouldn't say he's the main character.
Got it. Yeah, because I did notice, you know, he's obviously aging. And
he
so
is indeed,
you see that difference in the trailer, of course, and then the girl from Game of Thrones, a huge hit lately, so maybe she can carry this. You were telling me you'll think they'll both do well at the box office, although, as you mentioned, they both kind of pander.
I think they'll do well probably for that reason, that people who are fans of the previous installments of these franchises will get what they're looking for, hopefully, although not in a particularly effective fashion.
And apart from the movies that are in theaters this weekend, do you think that the box office will do well this weekend because of the 4th of July? Historically, it's a big weekend for movies, but at the same time, 4th of July on a Saturday. So I know some people have the extended weekend, not everyone.
Right. Yeah, 4th of July is usually a really big movie-going weekend, certainly with these releases, as well as stuff like Jurassic World and Inside Out that's been making a ton of money that people are still excited to see. So yeah, I think this will be a big weekend for the movies.
Josh, good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Have a great 4th of July. And we'll be right back here on Midday. We have some more stories for you. Stay with us.